samples for the Food and Wine Experience with Seattle Night Out and Table Talk with Jamie Peha. Wonder where oh, she's right here. Jamie!
I had a moment. I thought I'd stop and see what's going on with you guys.
We have been looking for you. You are a busy girl today. What is going on here?
We've been playing a little cat and mouse.
Yeah.
I noticed every time I'm ready, you guys are out talking to someone else. Well, this is the third annual Seattle Food and Wine Experience, and so we're very happy to have everybody here today. We've got about 130 vendors here today.
This is incredible.
And,
wow.
Yeah, so we have, locally, we have about 35 Washington wineries, about 10 wineries from Oregon, we have the Idaho Wine Commission here, and then we have a whole mix of California and international brands as well.
Nice.
And then mixed in with that, we have local breweries, national breweries, some cider companies.
Wow.
And then about 25 restaurants from the local restaurant scene. So there's all kinds of good food to eat.
Delicious food.
Yes.
Incredible food. The samples are just out of this world. I mean, it's just incredible. How do you get all these vendors to come together like this and take off days? I'm sure that they've got other things that they could be doing, but they come out and they do this. How do they all come together and do this for one event?
Well, you know, they're asked, restaurants, chefs particularly, are asked to do a lot in this community, and certainly they're a very giving bunch of people. And but I think that one of the things that we try to do with all the events that I put on anyway is make sure that they're feeling like they're getting good marketing and promotion out of the event.
Yes.
That they have an opportunity to really showcase who they are, and to be able to have that one-on-one time with the guest as they're coming through, I think is really helpful too, because a lot of this is really grassroots marketing.
Absolutely.
People to come in and really try a product for the first time, or meet the chef or the winemaker directly, and then you establish that relationship, and that's really how you build business. So I feel like what we try to do with this event and other events is really give vendors and businesses the opportunity to really showcase who they are in a deeper way.
Exactly.
Than just having people come and eat and drink and not really know what the product is.
No, I tell you, the vendors that I've been talking to, everybody's been explaining it and actually in more detail than I could understand, but I love it. I mean, I feel it's like Top Chef, you know, they're explaining like every little detail, and it's a brioche, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever, just give it to me. And they're delicious. And I gotta tell you, there's some fabulous food here, but let's talk about you for a sec. Let's talk about Table Talk, you know, because some people maybe are just getting familiar with your program. Tell us what that's all about.
Well, Table Talk radio that tastes good is sort of just came out of a fun. I was on someone's radio show a couple of times and found that I really enjoyed it, and that I definitely am a more verbal person than a writer, and I thought this is
but
really...
she's so good at it.
This is really fun, and I do so much with food and wine and with all of the tastemakers behind all these products. I thought, you know, I have such access to these people. What if I were to bring these people to the forefront for everybody out there in a way for them to sort of have a, you know, look into these lives of these people who are cooking and are dealing with these fabulous products and making wine and living the lifestyle, and giving them an opportunity to sort of get closer to that whole lifestyle plan.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how Table Talk started.
Well said.
And so we have cookbook authors on, we talk to chefs, we talk to winemakers, we have people on the show. We actually do some tasting on air, even though you can't see us. If somebody's like a cheesemaker, they might come on and we'll taste the cheese and talk about what we're tasting and experiencing and where you can buy the product. And it's very, very fun, and it kind of gives me an avenue also to showcase a lot of the great people and products that we work with.
Absolutely, and there is something to be said about tasting something on the radio, because you can always tell by the reaction.
You're like, oh, that's so good.
Wow, yeah, and I've done a lot of that today. Trust me, I've done a lot of that. Well, we're so glad you took the time out. We know you're super busy. You got to run back in there and just talk to the vendors and do your thing and try some samples, I'm sure, right?
Oh, I'll just get a few in if I can. But thank you, I really appreciate it.
No, thanks for your time. Jamie Peha.